This episode of Capes and Lunatics is brought to you by Tweaked Audio. Get awesome headphones, go to tweakedaudio.com and use the coupon code Southgate to get 30% off, free shipping, and a lifetime warranty. Or you can get there through the link on our website, southgatemediagroup.com.
This is DG Chichester, and you're listening to the Capes and Lunatics podcast.
This is Luca Perich, and you're listening to the Capes and Lunatics podcast.
There's a thin line between heroism and madness.
Here the line fades to nothing at all. This is a world of capes and lunatics.
And nothing is off limits.
Hello and welcome back to another episode of the Capes and Lunatics. Charlie Essler's rocking out. Episode 180. I am Phil, joining me as always. That a man, is it a god? Is it Yakov Smirnoff? No, it is the staff of New Jersey. It is
Charlie, the Professor Esser.
And that unholy force from Florida, queen of the armadillos, queen of drinking them under the table. It is.
Hey y'all, it's Lilith. Stone Cold Sober in Portsmouth.
Wait for hear that candy back.
Go get yourself some tweaked audio, Phil, if you didn't hear that.
Yeah, happy Soaptober.
It's almost over. It'll be okay.
Wait.
Good thing I'm drinking for two.
Yay!
Is he pregnant?
Me? No.
Anyway.
And just that.
Yes. I didn't see a lot of news. I mean, most of it's just, this movie's delayed or this TV show's delayed or...
Movie theaters are dying! Yay!
Okay.
Late stage capitalism.
Movie theaters aren't dying.
They're dead, you're right.
No, movie theater chains are dying. The buildings are fine.
Yeah, the little guys are going to come back.
Somebody's going to rent out a theater and start showing movies.
Or Disney.
We just opened... No, Disney... Why would they want to invest in a dying industry?
To revitalize it, you see, and do it their way and monopolize it.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, say. No, I mean, movie theaters are movie theaters, but no, I mean...
Drive-ins! Bring back the drive-ins! I don't want to have to sit with the unwashed masses.
We have one in Newark, New Jersey now.
Lilith wants to...
Starlight Drive-In.
Lilith wants to be able to do it while she's watching the movie.
So
that would be rude. There could be children around, Philip. That's what other movie theater places are for.
Whoa!
So I was told from the 70s in New York, at least. Sure. That's what all the TV
Well, I mean, you can show all kinds of films at a drive-in. You just check ID. I mean, They showed Jaws at the drive-in. They showed Porky's at the drive-in. They have all those...
That's all PG-13 by 2020 standards, though. So.
Yeah.
That's PG-13.
Yeah. When they re-released them, they came out as PG-13.
That's PG-13 by Lilith Hellfire standards.
I'm sorry. Porky's is not PG-13.
By Lilith Hellfire standards, yeah.
There is... The glory hole scene alone...
Whoa!
is not PG-13, so...
It's all implications and reference and inference.
I don't think you've seen Porky's in a long time. That's all I'm saying.
That's probably, you know what? I'm so blasé about everything.
I watch Porky's all the time, and trust me, that's a film that holds up. It actually has a really great message, and...
I'm here for Dick.
That's
Grayson. Nobody tell Rob.
Nobody tell what's his face.
Nobody tell Rob.
But yeah, actually the original Porky's, it's actually a really cool story, and it touches on high school
it's
Florida and racism.
1950s Florida, so I don't know what you guys were expecting. Florida, enough said.
Yeah, it's interesting. Basically, I just want to tell you, I can see. It makes me understand why Lilith would live there.
Oh.
It has just the right amount of crazy that I could see Lilith being happy in a place like that. So sure it has its problems too, but anyway,
Poor Phil, already off
Lilith
track.
just wants to. Lilith just wants to live where she can live in her house 24/7.
I mean, we can talk Lovecraft Country if anyone wants to talk about that.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my god, the fact that it was named Full Circle and it had so many nods and homages to the pilot and our journey throughout. Just chef's kiss with the thematics and the motifs. And he's coming. Spoilers, he's coming back.
Oh,
he's the draw for the show.
I mean, that's the whole thing. That's the big debate on the Lovecraft.
It's going to be how he came back, and if his lady love's little tentacle monster saved him and gave him immortality by transferring it from.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't think those are tentacles.
No, those were tentacles that time.
Yeah, I mean, it's.
I am sparkly.
Here's what I'm going to tell you about this show. I am surprised this show is sailing under the radar.
Every TV critic I follow on TV is
no. I mean, of controversy.
Oh, well, I know why.
All the real life controversy.
Well, I mean, there's spoilers for it. There are certain qualities of the show that have callbacks to certain popular ideas.
Yes, I know what you're referencing.
In Black Liberation that tend to get really close to anti-Semitism. Mm-hmm. And there is an actual, you made that character Jewish for no particular reason, and also made him evil, which he wasn't in the book. So that was a choice you made. So there is this,
but why we won't get into the politics of it all, but we know why it's kind of sailing under the radar.
Well, yeah. I mean, what I'll say is, here's what I'll say. As a middle-aged white man.
It's your time. Deal with it.
I am more than I can accept that it's fictional. I understand why we aren't allowed to use magic anymore. It's okay.
You abused it. You're done.
Exactly. Well, actually, but that was actually what I wanted to get into, because I actually have. This is the best setup for season 2 if they decide to make one.
Yeah, because we have that timey-wimey thing going on.
Well, so here's my pitch, okay? Because I was going over this back and forth with someone on the boards, because I actually put that on the HBO Lovecraft Country board.
Brave.
Oh, I actually had to get, because I was waiting for someone to cross the line in their comments, and I made the comment I knew this was coming. When they crossed the line, and I was and then of course I had to sort of.
Did you just give them? Oh, how predictable and on time you are!
Well, hey, look, I do not find the term Neanderthal offensive, but that's our term. I don't think you are allowed to use that as a pejorative. I'm just saying it, I am proud of my Neanderthal heritage. I think that that's fine. When people try to use that to say that we're lesser, I take offense at it. Okay, and like I said, that's where that goes into that whole anti-Semitic aspect of things and protocols of it. Yeah, it gets messy when you go down that rabbit hole, and that whole thread got pulled. So,
Charlie, shut it down. That's our boy.
I will say I was respectful and kind in all of it, and I did try to make my point. I was saying, no, I'm just, and I didn't. Oh, I'm getting echo. Okay.
What?
I don't know. Just all of a sudden, I'm hearing my voice in my headphones.
Oh, hold on.
Okay. Anyway, so now I guess I just have to keep it down a couple notches and it's okay. But yeah. Anyway, that's the thing. But my actual point in this was, so the idea that I had for season 2 is, and I was saying that yes, white people can't use magic. Most white people that we see in the series don't use magic. Most of because as we see, white cops are walking past the seals that are put to prevent magical creatures from entering, and they got no problem. The first cop we see, the monster, as I say, the scariest monster in the series is the first sheriff who says, well, this is a sundown county. and not only chases them out of the county, but once they cross the county, then there's just other cops waiting for them on the other side of the county line anyway. And so that to me is like the biggest real monster we see in the whole thing. Also,
that's the whole point of Lovecraft.
Well, exactly. Also, no magic. So the people that are banned from magic are a small group of very powerful, very rich people who hoarded this magic for themselves for their own power. The problem is they still have power. They may have lost their magic, but they still have power. And so my theory is, what if the entire reason we went to the moon was to get some of that sweet, sweet moon rock, bring that back to Earth, and bring whatever comes with that to Earth to reopen
Dark side of the moon, baby.
Exactly, man. And that's how you get those old ones and Cthulhu in there. And then you get like, oh, now we're gonna have the Earth magic versus the moon magic and and that's like, to me, that's your next story. That's where the story logically progresses, because you take that magic away from people with a lot of power.
They're gonna find a way.
Well, they're going to get mad. They're going to find a way to get magic back, and they're going to come after you for taking their magic. That's the thing about rich white people.
I'm just wondering if it's a closed time loop. That's the only thing. That's my only question. I kind of feel I know exactly where the story's going. They just need to answer that question for me. I hate a closed time loop. I hate it. It's lazy.
Well, it's a closed time loop for... I mean, it is a closed time loop. Everything that has happened, will happen, or has already happened within that time frame. What will happen, though, isn't made immediately clear, and that's sort of the aspect of it. So, like, as an example, one of the...
I love alternate universes. We tapped into that too. It's just so much that can go right, but also so much that can go wrong.
Yeah. Well, like, because one of these things. Because people point out that, the woman on the spaceship who has the robot arm on the spaceship, and people say, that's future D. That's a common, it's not revealed. But that
could be misdirection as well.
Exactly. But of course she's cold and distant. And one of the things that is part of Lovecraftian mythos, yes, he had tentacle monsters in that, but he also really had a fear of technology. Mm-hmm. Like a major, like he wrote a story about how air conditioning would destroy humanity. Because you shouldn't stay cold. It was horrific to him. The idea that you would be able to just change the temperature in a room, and then people would use that to live forever because they'd be living in a refrigerator, and they would still do it. It is weird. That is the weirdest story.
He's a weird guy with crazy ideas, but man, were the good stories that were good were amazing.
Yes, but it does open up that idea that if they follow that Lovecraftian ideal in it, then, that replacing yourself with technology is that thing that takes you away from humanity. And so that opens up this other line of where these characters could evolve, Also,
interested to see it for sure.
I would too. It's interesting. Now, I believe Misha Green has said that if she does do a second season, she wants to approach it much more in an anthology style system, probably more in lines with like American Horror Story, which I believe is
what she wants to do and what HBO is going to make her do are two different things.
You know what? Here's what I'm going to say. HBO,
but it lends to the Lovecraft idea for sure. Yeah. It's very much in the vein and spirit of what a Lovecraft story could and should be.
Oh no, I think she's still going to be visiting Lovecraftian themes.
I just mean the cast, though. It's kind of one of those. Yeah. Unless she's going to do the literal American Horror thing, where it's just the same people, different story.
Yeah, and that, I mean, that's the thing too. Or as I like to call it, the miracle workers route.
Yes, well. American Horror Story for the better part of like a decade has been doing it. To varying degrees of success.
Yeah. Well, with American Horror Story, they do bring in new people on a regular basis.
Every now and then.
Yeah, so it's not just one rotating cast. It's a cast. And,
we all know it's the Sarah Paulson show. Okay, let's just call it what it is. Except for last season, which wasn't the best. Wasn't the best in the ratings for reasons.
Which one was that? Was that the election?
That was the no. That was 1984 where they did the horror.
The slasher.
Where it was like all the young kids from the cast, and I'm just like, okay.
Yeah, well, they wanted to do their homage to 80s horror,
Which, that's fine, but
yeah,
you have to bring back in the serial, like, it's the whole thing from Hotel with the serial killers, and you just kind of messed up that whole continuity thing.
Yeah,
it's a thing. American Horror Story, you gotta take the good with the bad.
And I do feel like it's meant to be an expansive universe in its own way. And I think that's sort of maybe what they might do if they do more Lovecraft countries. It won't be the same cast, but it'll be, that same universe, but maybe visiting other times in it, visiting
that would
other
be cool.
places,
like alternate realities and things like that that we kind of got a glimpse of, different timelines.
Well, yeah,
I'm here for it.
Someone pointed out, there's that cop that gets thrown into the hole and never comes back. And
it's not that he never came back. He just went somewhere else. He got Dr. Manhattan.
Well, yeah, but he went somewhere else. And then someone said, well, wouldn't it be cool if that's where we pick up? Like, where did he go?
It's a country where it's all black people running things.
Oh, that has been thrown out there a lot of times so far, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, I'm so excited that people of all ages, races, whatever, like really enjoy this show.
Well, it's a good show. It's well written, and it
Unlike
makes
Watchmen, that was very polarizing for a lot of people. So I was kind of expecting the same thing for Lovecraft.
The difference with Watchmen is Watchmen was real.
I know.
Watchmen was based.
That's too real for America.
Well,
it's like, oh, you didn't learn that in school? I did. I'm not shocked. I'm not surprised.
The past was real when it kind of told the future. Everyone's wearing masks.
Yeah. Although, of course, both center around Tulsa. Tulsa is a touchstone right now.
Yeah.
In fact, even freaking the book I like by David F. Walker, Bitterroot, also touches base with Tulsa.
And that's probably because of its historical significance.
Yeah. And hey, for what it's worth, I did learn about Tulsa in high school. I did learn about Blackwell.
Though. You're a Gen Xer. So, like, the people before you and, like, the people after me, they probably didn't. I mean, school is a wreck these days.
Yeah, and I went to a very progressive, Catholic school, so very, very much taught me. I got a good education.
Nuns are the best, bro. Like, real nuns are, like, out there doing it. They're the best.
Yeah. We had all laity, but still, it was good teachers. They really imprinted on us. I mean,
I had nuns until the 4th grade, man. They smack you around.
Oh yeah, like I said, all the nuns quit by the time I got there. Like my brother was the last one.
I encourage you guys to go to a convent and see real progressive ideals. Like everybody has this idea of what Catholic nuns are, but like some of the convents are really progressive and doing really amazing things. If you didn't know.
No, I always considered myself lucky as a Catholic because I was in that immediate post Vatican II Paulus Father's insight world where it was very there was the hippie Catholicism, and which unfortunately also evolved into the charismatic Catholicism, which then got hyper conservative for some reason, which happens.
Where there's a space, where there's a power vacuum, it's always going to be something charismatic to take its place and morph it.
Well, but that's
the way history goes.
And that's and it's like, and you'll actually get that. I've heard when my wife and I would go to synagogue, and they would talk about the Hasidim, and that's something you actually find with the Hasidim very a lot too, where there are parts of the Hasidim that's just this very charismatic, very open, very the blessings of God kind of group of people. And then you got the other guys who are very, nope, it's the law and it's the rule and it's this and it's that and it's dour. And it's like, and trying to thread that needle is always the difficulty.
That's the trick.
The difficulty, and that's the thing. It's like, what we can say is every religion has its control freaks. Every religion has its control freaks, and every religion has its hippies. And most people are just trying to get through the day.
I think pants come off next.
Trying to get through the day and not have to be mad at people. I want to just try to believe that there's order to the universe and get through the day. That's what people want. And unfortunately, everybody's got to pick a fight about stuff. As I've learned on the Lovecraft boards.
Yeah. I want to shout out Supernatural is like the only show that's airing right now. If you're not watching it, you're missing out. Well, you're not really missing out, but something fun, something creepy to watch. It's spooky season.
I didn't watch the new episode yet, but I know Star Trek Discovery, the second episode of season 3 came out this week. Like I said, I didn't watch it yet. People
are jumping on season 3 so hard.
Wait, what, Charlie?
I said, isn't there time travel shenanigans going on in that?
There's always time travel shenanigans. It's Star Trek, bro.
900 years in the future.
Oh, okay. Wait, is that like post next gen or
next gen? It's past everybody. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So that they can do something different. They're kind of looking backwards. They want to look forward.
Do they got the time ships yet?
No. I only watched the premiere last week, but it's the Federation's almost pretty much gone because 100 years it's 900 years in the future. 800 years in the future, there was a thing called...
How's this going to tie into Picard? That's all I care about.
Well, there's a thing called the burn. Where all the dilithium, blew up, so, warp travel's, almost, non-existent now.
But they have quantum slipstream drives now. Voyager brought that back. Come on, guys.
Yeah, but it wasn't safe, was it?
Is it ever safe? Is space travel ever safe?
Every so often you turn into a salamander, okay? It's not the end of the world.
I like my chances of not being a salamander. That's all.
Exactly. I'm just saying, most of the time you don't become a salamander. That's all. It's just, you know what? I actually think it was just. I think it was just something weird with Janeway and Paris. I think too much coffee. When they got turned into the coffee that makes you a salamander.
They got turned into lizards.
Well, I'm in the clear then.
They got turned into lizards and did it. Yeah.
They weren't lizards. They were clearly amphibious. Oh man, I got mad about that. I would like this. They were not lizards. They were amphibians. So they were clearly salamander-like. I want a mammal.
Nice.
Yes.
What else is on TV? I feel like I'm not watching TV. I'm doing Netflix.
All the Walking Dead spin-offs are on right now.
No one cares. Except for the people that podcast about it. No one cares.
Fear the Walking Dead, followed by The Walking Dead World Beyond. Yeah, every Sunday night. So,
what is that show even about?
What, The World Beyond?
Yeah,
it's about they're teenagers who basically
so Daybreak, but not as cool.
What? What?
Only Charlie understood that reference.
It's
Daybreak, but not as cool. It doesn't have, Ferris Bueller in it, so.
Yeah. Yeah, of course, zombies, Honestly, I say since Night of the Comet, zombies have been done.
How dare you, sir?
What the
Night of the Comets, that was peak zombie.
Spoken like a true old man.
It's right! Zombies were in the midst of decay and turning into dust. And we liked it. It made sense. What I want to do. Because really, that's the thing. Is if zombies are in a constant state of decay, they're just going to atrophy away. They're not just going to keep on coming at you.
They're trying to get the kids into Walking Dead.
I guess it's like a bunch of teenagers who have been basically.
But no Carl.
No, Carl. No, it's all new people. Yeah, no, there's some teenagers who have been grown up, sheltered in some compound, but now they're actually out in the world. Yeah.
See, the only really good zombie film in the modern era is Shaun of the Dead.
I won't argue.
Because it basically says, the zombie apocalypse. It was a rough couple of weeks. And then, just lock up your zombies. And
you were still breathing, so I assumed you were okay.
Yeah, it's like anything else. It's like, okay, now we have zombies. We'll deal with the zombies because, zombies are a thing now. Okay. And honestly, that's sort of how I feel about 2020. It's like, oh, okay, zombies are a thing now. Okay.
the zombie-less apocalypse. I'm so disappointed. I was ready.
Yeah. Well, I guess you've never been to a Trump rally. Boom.
Oh!
Not right now. Not without Superman.
You guys better start being nice, man. We got 20 more years of Trump.
Look. Okay.
He actually went to a rally in Erie.
If he is the Antichrist.
He told them his campaign's in trouble. He even admitted it.
No, but here's the thing. The actual Antichrist only lives for 7 years before, Black Jesus comes back and says, okay, we're done. And everybody goes to the Lake of Fire, and we call it a day. New Israel, yada yada, city of crystal, and everything is good, and nobody ever... And no one ever grows old, and you don't ever die. It's Cocoon.
That's right.
Yes. So, it's like if he is the Antichrist, okay.
No.
But even Pat Robertson says he's the Antichrist.
That's right.
So it's like we can all agree. Okay, so now we know this is the end times. I'm okay with that.
Me too.
It's like, oh, okay, I can deal with that. I can, yeah, I mean, I find it ironic that all of the people that have been waiting for the end times are the ones that don't really catch on that it's the Antichrist. It's like
that's how it goes. That's what was predicted. So
I know. It's like, oh yeah, well he's gonna come and people are gonna say, yeah, you sound like a great guy. I'll follow you because I'm religious. It's like, oh, but no, that's because it has
we don't know what's
mark
happening
on your head and no, okay.
Are there any new movies to look forward to on streaming or anything?
Soul's coming out. That's
not Disney. Come on, Charlie. You know me.
Okay. Well.
He's like, in that case, no, ma'am.
I believe Law and Order SVU is coming back in November.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
The Stabler show or just regular?
I think they might have pushed the Stabler show back to 2021, but I don't know if he's going to be in the. I don't know if he was supposed to be. He's supposed to be in the.
Yeah, I thought they were going to set that up.
Maybe.
Yeah.
So yeah, he might be in the premiere. Maybe.
Yeah,
I haven't watched it in so long. Like, honestly, I might just tune in because there's nothing else on. Does it still come on Thursdays at 9 or something?
I think it might.
But it comes on constantly. So it's
new episodes.
She means
not
first,
the marathons.
First run new episodes. I think it's is it Wednesdays or Thursdays now? They might even be 10 o'clock now.
Oh, so they're getting a little more frisky at 10 o'clock.
But that was before the pandemic. The pandemic kicked into high gear. So I mean, that could change.
Yeah. I've been, anybody else watching Peacock?
I have
some really interesting things over on Peacock. I mean, for free, that you can watch with the ads and stuff.
I downloaded it. I haven't watched it.
I'm here for Charmed. That's it.
Yeah.
We've been watching
I was
Friends
actually
a lot.
trying to think.
I tried to get into Utopia, but I just feel like the UK version is better, much like a couple of other shows that I watched that have done US versions, with the exception of Shameless. Shameless is far superior. US Shameless is far superior to UK.
Yeah. No, I mean, well,
William H. Macy is a gosh darn treasure.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think you can compare what was essentially, a BBC, Coronation Street style sitcom.
What did you say?
With a Showtime, premiere event. I mean that it's two different classes of television show. So, yeah, I mean, Shameless was much more embracing a Britcom format.
Exactly.
Which was what made it endearing. Because,
I like it. I just like the U.S.'s version before it changed. I'm just going to say, when the U.S. does something right, I feel like I have to give it props because I'm always pooping on it.
Well, actually, I'm going to be honest with you. Usually, British imports, Americanized British imports are usually very good. Like Sanford and Son.
Yes, I'll give you that. Oh, yeah. Most people don't even know.
The Norman Lear, stealing every idea he ever had from England, worked out great.
But back in the 80s, they started doing that to us. There's a UK version of Who's the Boss. As a Who's the Boss fan, I've actually seen them. Just the first season. So that's interesting that they kind of reversed the roles. And then they tried to be friends.
There's a British Golden Girls with men.
Shut the front door, really?
Yes. I think it only lasted one season. I can't remember exactly what it was called.
Oh, I'll Google it when we're done here.
Yes, but yeah, it was, and their Blanche was like a very dapper, kind of like an Alfred Pennyworth kind of old guy, So it was interesting. I've seen a little bit of it because I remember when they announced it many years ago. But yeah,
All right, like that. Let me recommend you a YouTuber. I think her name is Pushing Up Daisy. She reviews Golden Girls episodes.
I think I've crossed her path at least once.
She's
at least she's been recommended. Okay, I will. Me and Tristan will watch her later because we always end the night with you two.
And yeah, and she has clean language, so it's cool to watch with the kids and stuff like that. She's so funny.
Lilith, these are my kids.
I know. Yeah. Look for the Chicken Little episode though. That's the one that I started on, and it just sent me down the whole pushing up Daisy's rabbit hole.
It's Charlie and his kids.
You were still breathing, so I assumed you were okay.
Yeah, well, he usually is, you know. Right now he's having he's drinking all my Bud Zeros now.
Whoa! Whoa!
They're non-alcoholic beers. They're actually zero alcohol beers. They're quite good.
So it's wheat juice?
Essentially, yeah. But it's like low calorie and high flavor. It's actually not bad.
That's mustache, Charlie.
What I will say is it tastes no worse than actual Budweiser.
I was going to say, yeah, I mean, it's probably not a difference.
Yeah, it's like, that actually does taste like a good Budweiser beer. It's not bad.
Not to say much.
On a hot day, it'd probably be very refreshing. Budweiser's hey, look, say what you will, Budweiser moves. People like it. It's not a bad
It's not an American company anymore. It's dead to me. Drinking Coors and your Busch Lights, even though Busch Light is not.
Coors is owned by AmBev.
You're right.
There's
no American beers anymore.
Well, no, there's
Pabst Blue Ribbon. Get yourself a nasty Pabst Blue Ribbon.
Pabst is actually owned by because Pabst is owned by I believe the Pabst brand and recipe is owned by the company that basically bought a bunch of midi brews back in the 90s. Early 2000s.
What about Sam Adams? Don't tell me Sam Adams is an American.
Well, Sam Adams is just a franchisee.
Yeah, I know.
There's no Sam Adams brewery. There's just
whoever wants to make it. Oh, by the way, they didn't put out the dang October brew, which is why I'm not drinking this October really that much.
What, they didn't make an Oktoberfest?
Or didn't make it to Florida.
Oh. Well, no, but you know what? That was because I went and it was supposed to be seasonal salmon. I said, "Oh, that's the Oktoberfest. Give me because I said, "Oh, what's the seasonal salmon?" They said, "Oh, it's Oktoberfest." They came back and said, "No, it's not.
Orange Moon or something like that."
Yeah, well, no, except it's like and there was a big miscommunication because the woman said it was like a rum drink. I'm like, what? What are you talking about? And I guess it was Brooklyn has a pumpkin ale.
Oh.
And that's what it was, and there was just a miscommunication. But I had a Brooklyn Lager; it was fine. You know, if you can't drink anything else, drink a Brooklyn Lager. It won't kill you.
It'll just traumatize you. It's fine.
Yeah, you know. They try, and it's local. You know, you got to support your local brewery.
That's true. We have a couple around here that are pretty good, that are actually still open because, well, we here in Florida pretend like there's no such thing as a pandemic or a quarantine.
Well, lots of people do that, and you know, it's as it turns
in a state full of old people, we'd be the main ones trying to. You would think.
Unfortunately, the old people.
It's the state of old people and mullets. Come on, Mo.
I kind of not to be rude to old people. I think maybe there's a few of them. Like you ever see that South Park? Yeah, you ever see that South Park episode where Stan's grandfather decides, he's not going to commit suicide. He's not going to kill himself because he's old. Because then he'll go to hell, but. If he dies of natural causes, it's perfectly okay. He decides to live his life, and he goes on an African safari because people die of lion attacks every year. Perfectly natural.
Yeah, exactly. Speaking of which, did anybody else watch the South Park pandemic special? Like back 2 weeks ago now, 3 weeks almost. I think it was 2 weeks.
I don't think
it was an hour long,
and
I feel like that's the format. I don't feel like they need to do a 10, 12 episode season with 30 episodes. I think just whenever you have something to say, Trey and Matt, just say it and we'll be here.
That's kind of what they're doing. Charlie, have you been watching any of that Spider-Man cartoon on Disney?
Oh, yeah. I've been watching the entire Max.
They used to do like a half-hour episode every week, Lilith. Now, just every couple weeks, they drop like an hour episode.
Yeah, and it's got a continuity.
Which is weird because animation is one of those professions that you absolutely can do at home. You can take your work computer home and work from home.
No, but it's about how you want to tell a story, and there's two different. And I think that's where we're in a divergence in the animated.
That's why Family Guy is still making episodes. That's what he's saying.
Yeah. Well, no, I was going to go for things like Amphibia and the Owl House, and a lot of the good animation coming out of, I know it's Disney, Lilith. Teen Titans Go, it's a very aggressive schedule. They're still making good new shows. Actually, Craig of the Creek, which is also another great episodic show over on Cartoon Network, which is technically DC, which is technically Warner Brothers, which is technically AT&T DC. So, there's that as well. Craig of the Creek. Craig of the Creek is Cartoon Network. So And then there's Nickelodeon. I don't even know what Nickelodeon's doing right now, but I'm assuming it's still alive, so it's probably doing good things. It's not all SpongeBob all the time.
Well, that Star Trek Prodigy is going to be coming on there.
Yeah, and I'm looking forward to that. Oh, because there's CBS Viacom. That's why. Because Nickelodeon is part of them. So and Janeway's on that, so that's going to be cool.
Oh, aren't they changing CBS All Access to like Paramount, whatever? Isn't that what's happening right now?
They've been saying it for a while, but I don't know.
I heard it was official, like in the middle of 2021. That's when they're going to do it.
So long as my app doesn't disappear and they don't charge me more for it, I'm fine.
I don't know.
Well, the app's it's going to rebrand.
Okay, that's all right. Apps rebrand all that. I'm just mad that my HBO is still gone. And they haven't updated the HBO app to at least throw to your smart TV. That to me, that's the annoying thing.
I told you there's a way around it.
No, there's not, Phil, because I tried that today.
I'm doing it in there. Don't effing tell me
No,
there
because
isn't.
apparently on my Fire Stick, I can't get to the App Store from Sony.
You're going to have to... Okay, everybody cover your ears. You're going to have to jailbreak it, Charlie. It's real easy process. And update the firmware.
That's more work than I'm worth. Here's the thing: I don't pay for HBO Max, so it's
neither
not.
Do I.
It's not like what?
Neither do I.
Yeah, well, because I got AT&T, so I have it, and it's just like I could. What annoys me is like it would be just so easy to just have me throw it on my TV. I don't mind,
but it's Warner's, so everything can't be easy.
What?
Wait a minute, we do have movie news.
L'chaim. What's the movie news, Lilith?
Oh. Jared Leto supposedly in the Zack Snyder cut. So
yes!
the Snyder cut is dead to me officially?
No! Leto
dead to me officially.
Leto's
I was going to watch it, but I'm definitely not watching it now.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not...
Again,
I mean, it's
Leo is stuck in between two. I don't like the Joaquin Phoenix Joker, but
I don't believe anything until it's set in stone anymore. Because every day they're announcing new casting. I just saw the other day they're like, Michael Keaton saying they're still in talks.
Now I don't believe, but Jared Leto actually has a clause in his contract, and this could actually complete it without them having to pay off that particular clause. So that's the only reason why I believe it.
Here's what to me
they don't want to pay the boy. They don't.
Here's what I will say. It tells me that Zack Snyder actually has some acceptance of continuity, and I believe that is.
He does it for the shock value. I give that man no credit, no nothing.
Well, fair enough. I mean, that's a possibility too. I mean, I don't necessarily know what the guy wants in life, or what they're actually. Okay, speak loudly, Tristan. What is your question?
How come the War Machine has like red instead of the blue glowing parts? How come
It depends on the artist and the colorist. It changes from different issues. Sometimes it's blue, sometimes it's red.
But why is it sometimes red?
Because that's a dramatic license taken by the colorist or the artist to give it a look that is more menacing sometimes. Okay.
Mood lighting.
Sorry about that. Yeah. No, it's okay. It's okay. I thought you would want to jump in about Jared Leto Joker because I
was gonna say, Zack Snyder's talking about War Machine. Nah, I really don't believe it.
No, what he just said, it was in his head. And I like to answer the questions with
Marvel would never. I'm just gonna let y'all know, Marvel would
That's
never.
what I mean. No, it would never.
They know better.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I don't think anyone.
His egomaniacal ways are just not a thing that Marvel or Disney would deal with.
Yeah, it is that.
I don't know how I feel about it. Like, I feel bad for Jared Leto. Like, I genuinely love 30 Seconds to Mars. I love his movies. He's an Oscar winner. And the cutting room, the stuff that went on the cutting room floor was actually better than what made it on to screen in Suicide Squad. I don't want a Suicide director's cut. David Ayers, go sit down. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. But, so he did get a raw end of the deal, but I just feel like that Joker is just not, people aren't ready for Hot Topic Joker. Unless you're 13 years old.
I mean,
like that's the demographic.
You know, the thing about that Joker is he's a thing. And I always call him Macaulay Culkin Joker.
He's
to me, he looks like Macaulay Culkin. He looks like the Home Alone. Oh, in fact, the first time he puts his first image of
it does the mouth thing.
He's a thug. Put your microphone.
And it's like they wanted to do the gangster Joker, but like a juggalo, and not even a good juggalo.
The Joker is elegant chaos. Leto is a thug.
No, not
even that. Like I can't even. There's not a word for it.
That's the thing. It's like I don't find Leto's Joker particularly offensive. I mean, he's a tank.
I find it try hard, and that to me is offensive. Yeah. Like when I actually see you as a great as an actor, I know that he is. To see him actually acting as the Joker, it hurts me. It's very try hard.
Yeah. Well, I mean, but to be fair, Joker's kind of a try-hard character.
Not when done right, though. That's the whole point. Like,
well,
I see, so great interpretations.
You know what? Let me put it this way. Maybe when he's done right, he is being try-hard. Because he dresses like a clown and looks like an idiot. And,
that's the thing, though. If we have...
He's copyright
maybe if he was done right, you know.
The man is...
It's like maybe the Snyder cut would be good if we had 6 extra hours. It's like...
Mini-series, baby! Which is what they're shooting for, supposedly, so...
Well, I don't...
Gotta milk that HBO Max subscription, guys. We're not just gonna have you, make it like a 2-month thing where the trial is only like 2 weeks. You see?
No, I have AT&T, and it's just.
It won't be free by the time that Snyder Cut comes out, though.
Well, then I probably won't have it because I can't watch it on my TV anyway. So if they say, "Oh yeah, by the way, it's going to be now $27 a month," I'm going to go, "Oh, well, then I guess I'm not doing that."
Well, it's not that much. It's only like what, $14.99. I don't even know.
I don't know. We get it for free. I don't know.
But I guess because HBO is included in my AT&T TV package, so maybe I'll still get to keep it.
Yeah.
So, like, if it's rolled into stuff I'm already paying for, I don't care. Yeah. That's free to me because I was spending this money anyway.
Yeah,
and
get it with your with my HBO subscription through DirecTV. Yeah, I mean, if they do that where you got to pay for both, I'm like, getting rid of one or the other. I'm not paying for 2 HBOs.
And guess what, guys? HBO Max is not the one to keep. Although it would be because they have a Gossip Girl revival show. Yeah, but they have a couple of other things.
Yeah, but that's where all the DC stuff is going to be, though.
Yeah, exactly. But you know how I feel. Arg me, maybe. So. But I do like to try to support things that I actually care about, like Gossip Girl revival and things like that. So.
No, I feel that. That's one of the reasons why I buy certain comic books.
Exactly. Speaking of which, perfect segue.
You've decided to include a character I love in this, so I'm going to read.
I'm going to reward you with my money. Now shut up and take it. Phil's Comics Corner. Come on.
You want to talk comics? Okay.
I've been waiting for 20 minutes to talk comics.
Poor Philip.
Oh, sorry, Philip.
Phil's Comics Corner.
Oh my Lord, Lilith, they're sending. The last episode of Biters, that like Diane was like, "Oh, you need to cut that stuff up. There's something with her. There's something with Marnell." I'm like, "Send me the audio. I'll take free drops. I don't care."
Wait! You can't do Phil's Comics Corner anymore? What?
No, relax.
We might be getting new drops.
Oh, new drops.
we may be getting drops from shows that aren't even on the Capes of Lunatics. Okay.
No.
He doesn't even care. He's like, Jesse, you got a drop? Diane, you got a drop?
I was worried that there was some kind of like, oh no, someone's like saying that's my copyright now. You can't use my trademark.
Don't give Maz any ideas. Shush.
Yeah.
He doesn't
Maz
give
is
his
so
nickel.
laid back. No, Maz is so laid. He's
right. He's the skinny rich friend. He's not worried about the nickel.
Yeah, Maz is a pure soul. So just. Yeah, I will not hear you badmouth Maz.
Slip him some phone numbers to some little women. We'll be fine. Yeah. All right, so who wants to throw out a comic book?
Okay, go ahead, Lilith.
Because Archie hasn't been out for a while, so I just wanted to throw that out there. That Archie does have a book out this week. And it is
Madam Satan.
The Chilling Adventures of Sabrina, Madam Satan #1. She is okay, I just want to say that the show did such a better job with this character. Like, I love the character in the comic, but I love the TV show's version so much. Mm-hmm. But it's the actress, not gonna lie. The actress kills it.
Madam Satan.
But so yes, I was looking forward to this one.
Madam Satan, isn't that what they called you in college?
You know, you're breaking my heart right now, Lilith.
Oh no, you didn't like it?
No, I didn't get it. And I was... I had a bunch of books, and that was like one of the first ones I pulled, and I'm going through I'm like, oh, okay, because there was a big Marvel pull this week. I'm not gonna lie.
Yes, I know, I understand.
But I have to get my one, and I'm you know what killed it for me from Madam Satan?
What?
It's a one shot.
Yeah, I get that, but the artwork was so stunning.
No, the artwork was great.
The story's great. Like I said, she's one of my favorite characters out of the whole universe of Chilling Adventures, and it's just chef's kiss. And plus, I kind of wanted to support the writer and the artist. The writer is Elliot Raoul, and then the artist is Julia Ohata, and like they just do little stuff, and this is kind of like a big break for them. So I just kind of wanted to be like, yes, I support this. I think their combo was amazing together. So
yeah, and I did really like what I saw in it. I liked although I had to because I'm not like reading in the comic book store, but I'm like flipping in the comic book store, trying to make my decisions, and I had to look at the last couple of scenes to see who was killing who in that last scene.
I'm that kind of freak.
It was, I really liked what I was seeing with it, and
she's a woman after my own heart. She will not be second fiddle to the devil. She is the queen of hell. Be damned. Literally.
I liked that. I liked the peering in on Sabrina, and clearly, there was a lot going for it, but I did for my indie.
It's a $3.99 book. I get it. It's a big Marvel.
Well, all books are $3.99.
Not all books. But
I had a $5.99 too. So, but I actually decided to get a book that you actually recommended to me instead, Miranda in the Maelstrom, as my.
And that's an amazing pick too, by the way. I want to see that. I want to see that book go places. I'm here for all the characters. So
you put it.
And to be fair, as I was weighing my options, I said, well, Action Lab is really an independent
truly independent, exactly.
Archie is basically the
CBS.
third of the
CBS of the comic book world. We know.
God bless you, little logo. Yeah, it's coming in third is a triumph. But and so that was the other reason why I picked Miranda the Maelstrom. I know you reviewed this.
It's got a land puppy, it's got a shark, a land shark, a little shark puppy.
I will point out that Gwenpool already has a land shark puppy, but
yes, his name is Jeff.
Yes, he's delightful. But I like Noodles as well. I like these little children who are short, almost as if they might be munchkins. You get. But then, and of course, the whole thing is, Miranda doesn't hang out with them. But she also isn't following a road of yellow bricks either. So that's because
the gold standard has been dead forever. That's
yes. But no, I really enjoyed that. And actually, it's supposed to just she doesn't want to eat vegan cuisine. I also like this weird, kind of almost Superman-esque origin for her, where it's like her family is the last to, they're escaping these reality tornadoes that destroy everyone and destroy everything in their wake. And, I'm looking forward to see what happens next, to see what happened to her family at the end. I mean, I'm assuming tragedy, and then why are you being so mad? But, also another good selling point for this book that Madam Satan did not have, it's not 6 pages of ads at the end. It's just one ad at the end.
I know how you feel about the ads. I get you.
I don't mind ads. Just spread them out. Spread them out. Don't give me just 6 pages of ads at the end, because it just emphasizes that, oh, look at all these ads, Because they were in, was there an ad in this? I don't know. But anyway, although all their ads are for other Action Lab comics like Superman.
As indie comics tend to do.
Yes.
Well, most comic books nowadays, anyway.
Yeah, but I know I really like this. I actually am really liking. This has gotten me excited for the Action Lab label, so we may get more.
Yeah,
of this in the
Action
future.
Lab. I've been kind of shouting them out for a while, and I'm really proud of how far they've come. I think their books have just like really grown in quality, and the talent that they've been able to pull in is pretty impressive, actually.
Very cool. Philip, did you have an indie book this week?
Can you guys hear me? Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you just fine, Philip.
Okay, I was trying to jump in the
Just because we
conversation.
ignore you doesn't mean we can't hear you.
Okay.
Poor Philip.
Yeah, I don't have any.
You itchy? You itchy, buddy?
I am.
You want to get some lotion?
Yeah, for that burn. Yeah, no independence this week.
You can talk DC because they're about to be independent the way they're acting.
True.
Get
that's
dropped
something
from
we
your
didn't
damn
talk about.
distribution.
Whoa.
No, we dropped them. Come on, DC. We know.
Well, I
we
was
know
going to, but someone had to bitch about zombies and Jared Leto.
Sorry.
That's okay. No, Lilith, I'm sure you probably didn't read it, but did anybody read Batman White Knight Harley Quinn #1?
I saw it and I walked right past it.
You
not
know,
bad.
I
mean,
debated it. I really did. Because I love the last Harley Quinn, but this kind
I
of
don't like
first
the
off-
White Knight universe.
It's an 8-issue mini limited series. It's set not thick.
8.
Yeah.
So this is an out of continuity story. I was getting the feeling of that.
Yeah, it's
too.
the White
That was
Knight.
another
It's
thing.
that White Knight thing. Remember where
Yeah.
Joker, Jack Napier thing.
Yeah, it also had a cardstock cover. I really don't like those.
But yeah, I mean, it was just. I mean, the first issue's kind of set up, but it's like, yeah, Batman's still in jail, Joker's dead, and then there's like a Neo Joker who I guess is a woman going around killing people. So yeah, Harley.
No Joker's daughter? How dare they?
No, but yeah, so Harley's coming into try to like hunt down this serial killer.
Oh, so Harley's the new Batman in this universe.
Well, she's
sorta.
been the new Batman for quite a while in every continuity. but
Single
whatever.
mother Harley Quinn. Yes.
Oh, she's got a baby.
She got two.
She got
Yeah,
two
she got
babies.
twins, right?
Did she have two? Oh, she had twins.
Two Joker babies. Yeah.
Oh, is one good and one evil?
No, they're both evil, let's be honest.
Well,
Okay.
they're still young enough.
Well, they're both good
Well, yeah,
in this
I mean,
universe.
babies. But all babies are evil. You know.
Whoa!
Whoa.
That's a hot take. That's at Charlie Esser, 2 E's in the middle.
Look. I'm not being rude there. They are all the 7 deadly sins. You know, they hunger. They are angry. They are
So they're Lilith.
jealous, and
Yeah.
They're
I
hangry?
never
they
outgrew
take
my baby.
and they're very sleepy. They're very lazy. So it's like
Wait a
Charlie's
minute,
love
I
'em.
am an overgrown baby.
Charlie's at
You're
that.
right, though.
Charlie's at
they're
that
very
point. You have to pay
lovable.
attention
I'm
to
not
them.
saying they're not lovable, but yes,
You
all
have to pay
babies are
attention to
evil.
them when they're that young.
I mean,
is up
you would
to-
expect that to come from me, Philip, not Charlie.
It is up to
know.
humanity to teach children morality.
So was it
All
good though? Was the
babies are evil.
artwork like?
I mean,
Are you going to pick up the next one or?
yeah, I'm gonna give the next one a chance. Like I said, it was some setup because it was like Duke had to like convince Harley.
Is she gonna like call Poison Ivy to help raise her babies or?
I don't know. Like I said, they really didn't show, but they just show.
Does she even have a relationship with Poison Ivy in this universe?
It's sacrilege if she doesn't.
I don't think Lilith, you read that original White Knight series. Do we even see Poison Ivy? 'Cause I don't know if we've really.
No, we didn't.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, since we're expanding on Harley's whole thing, we could, the only thing I like about Harley.
I know.
we could dust that off.
Like
How
I
about
said,
that?
like Batman's still in prison, but it's like it almost seems like Harley and Batman are kind of flirty sometimes.
I mean, that's been kind of the status quo for a while
Yeah.
too, though.
Yeah.
And that no more. Where did it emphasize more than in that the conclusions of the Joker Wars story? So
Yeah, but I mean here it seems like Batman's
Yeah.
more receptive than it.
sometimes they're really trying to push that in every continuity, though. I don't like it.
Yeah, I know.
No,
I like it better than her and Dick, but
Whoa!
Wait, Harley and I
Dick
don't
Grayson, yeah, it's that they've been trying to make that a thing for a while too.
No.
know. I don't. Okay.
I say it today.
I'm here for Dick.
Yeah.
Grayson.
I just.
Nobody tell Rob.
It's fine. Whatever. I liked when Dick Grayson and Batgirl were
Yes!
together.
I didn't
Or let's go all Teen Titans on it and do Dick Grayson and Starfire.
Yes.
You know.
I mean, I like either or. I'm Dick Babs all day, but I do like Starfire. I mean, they're both redheads, so I'm good either way.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know if because they're doing the new what they're doing the 5G, but now it's called DC next
Future's
generation.
Edge wannabe convergence.
I mean, it was supposed to be a big thing, but now it's only going to be 2 months, January and February. Yeah.
Yeah, but they have. I think there's a Starfire baby in that. So
we'll see.
From just art I've seen from it, it looked like there was a Starfire baby somewhere in there.
It's a possible future. It's one of those. It's a possible future for 2 months.
I mean, they have been trying to put Dick and Babs kind of slowly back together, so I don't know.
Well, I mean, finally, I mean, this week, finally, fully, he's back.
Hey, it's that Nightwing guy.
When you don't get to put your suit on in your own damn book because you got to raise Batman sales, it's just a mess. It's just a mess.
But yes, Nightwing 75 was good. Hey, KG Beast, the guy who shot him in the head's back. So guess what?
Ooh, nice!
Yeah.
I love a good KG Beast cameo.
And if you want a real in-depth review of this, check out the next episode of Nightwing News, where Kristen and
Hey, what about Nightwing News?
Hey, thank you, Lil. Yes, next episode we're going to be talking to Dan Jurgens, who wrote this issue.
They're killing it with the interviews, by the way. Good job, Phil. He's the best executive producer in the business.
Anyone want to talk Conan the Barbarian?
I do.
Okay, so when last we left Conan, look, Conan the Barbarian is a really great book. I highly recommend it. Conan is a cool character.
He is.
He's you know what I like about him is he
drinks, he fights, he's half naked. I see why you both like him.
Exactly.
Honestly, I like it better when he wears pants, but that's just me.
Boo!
Now, I'm sorry, Conan has been living in the future of the Marvel Universe for months now.
Let that man's junk air out.
He gonna let that broadsword swing free.
Well, I actually get the feeling the problem is everyone he sees is wearing lingerie costumes anyway.
Exactly.
It's not like he's in the because really when he goes somewhere he's it's a brothel. Okay, no one's wearing clothes here either. I guess I'm fine. He's not gone to a place the closest he ever got was when he met Dr. Doom, and that guy is in full plate mail armor the whole time. So it's not like he's taking fashion sense from Dr. Doom either.
Sadomasochist. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you're a nut, but no. So for those who don't remember, because it has been a while. Conan is trapped in a death labyrinth of one of the proto-gods of death, Kali May, we're going to say, because we don't want to offend anybody. He's in the crucible of this death maze with all of his fellow great warriors who were chosen for this. Basically, it's surviving it. There is this woman that, of course, he will have sex with because he's Conan and she's horny. As
you do. In a
as you do.
Labyrinth.
Yes. They've got, they have to deal with the traps, and this one is the earth, air, fire, and water trap. She tries to make a leap over it, but she falls a little short and it breaks through. And of course, what's in the water is the crocagator, which Conan has to go in and murder.
Sounds like a Saturday night at Lilith's house.
But they survive, as is good. This guy, not Deadpool, because you have to see right there. There's Deadpool. Good old Wolverine Origins Deadpool is one of the characters in this. Because Wolverine Origins Deadpool is getting so much play of late. No, that character's coming back. You watch.
Not playing by Ryan Reynolds. That's for damn
No, but between the boys and other references, you know what? A lot of characters that people hated.
It's the character we poop on. So if they rip his head off and defecate in it, decapitate and defecate. That's the only way that's coming back.
Yeah, and this is actually kind of neat. He does save her, but they were underwater so long she kind of drowns. And Conan tries to do CPR, even though there's no reason why he should know how to do CPR. But of course it fails because he doesn't.
No, it's like a baby. You just pat him on the back to spit it all up. That's
yeah, but basically what we eventually find out is, once they do emerge, then they have to fight the warrior on top of the thing, and then we find out that this guy, who was the guy from the town, was actually the traitor all along. So it's a little bit of what's that game you like? We have to find the murderer. Among Us. Yeah, so there's a whole Among Us quality here, and then
one of the kids
basically when Conan finds it, he quickly murders the Among Us, and then he destroys the statue because he says, "You people are sick and effed up, and I want no part of it." And then basically the whole town comes after him to kill him. So now Conan has to kill a whole town.
As you do.
Exactly. Especially as a barbarian. And Phil, I am on Twitch. I gotta stay. The kids keep me young. You gotta know what the kids are up to. Gotta know that demographic we're chasing.
She's on that Twitch. She's on those TikToks.
Yeah, on the TikToks and the Twitches.
Conan the Barbarian 15. I don't know if Savage Sword is still coming out, but Conan the Barbarian 15.
I hope so. They left us kind of on pins and needles there.
Yeah, but I do love my Conan, man. I mean, I'm so glad he's back at Marvel. I hope that whatever deal Disney made to get Conan back, it was a good deal that they get to keep him, you know?
Unless Conan's miss him being in his own universe, though. I feel like if he was at like a Dark Horse or an Image, he would get more advertising. People would be more aware. I don't feel like there's a big enough buzz for as good as these stories are.
Conan's not in public domain now, is he? Because I know he's one of those, like, there was a bunch of things from the 1930s that are now, like, public domain.
I think Barbarians, but the name Conan might not be. Like, something like that.
Yeah, well, because they were able to use, like, Shimagoroth, and they were able to use Hyborian, because those weren't actually... You know, the way they were used by Haggard weren't copyrightable. But yeah, but I get the feeling that Conan as a property still had to make a deal with the Haggard estate.
I would hope so, to be honest.
Yeah. Well, yeah, you know. But they've got all of the Haggard property, and they're the only ones doing it, so I gotta assume that there has to have been a deal that was made. So, and it's not like Conan has ever been out of print, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
As an ongoing concern of licensed properties. So like Mickey Mouse, it's like, you know, they're never going to enter, he doesn't enter public domain because there's never a time when he's out of print. So.
Hey, Lilith, did you read Daredevil, or should we say that for Super Connectivity?
I'm going to let you guys save it for Super Connectivity, but I did read it. I'm hooked. I'm back on the Daredevil goodness, I'm going to be spending a lot of money on Marvel because I'm back on the Hulk train. I'm back on the Daredevil train.
Nice.
Join us, Lilith. It's nice here.
Are you reading Maestro?
Sometimes.
Are you reading Maestro?
No, should I?
It's Peter David, Hulk.
Okay.
It's pretty good.
Do we want to talk Maestro real quick, or?
I mean, I don't know if...
Yeah, you guys.
I mean, look, I've got like, here's what I'm going to say. I got 6 books left to talk about, plus Daredevil. So that's 7 books that I haven't talked about yet.
We can just do all books on Super Connectivity, man.
Hey,
yes, we can.
Hey, what about Batman 101? Defund the Batman.
Well, it's an interesting thing because there's like a joke, but it's very serious about the militarization of the Batmobile and Batman.
I wrote that joke, Lilith.
Well, that's been a joke before you made that joke, but yes, there's a very valid point with the industrial military complex that America especially has. So there's like kind of a valid point, and I get what they're trying to do, but now's not the time. It's too touchy. You're gonna get canceled, sir.
I mean,
you're gonna get canceled.
I mean, I'm kind of interested to see where this goes because I've been yelling for this for a while. I'm like,
Green Arrow did it first. That's all that I'm.
Yeah, but I'm just like, I don't want enough with armored Batman. I want a skin tight, could be Kevlar, maybe a little lightweight Kevlar.
Nano, it's always nanobots, bro.
Yeah, I know, but not this armored crap, But
it's it's vibranium mesh is what it is.
So basically, it's like Lucius Fox.
It's motherboard technology. Yeah. It's motherbox technology. It's fine.
Lucius Fox has the Wayne fortune. He's basically going to.
Why would you use motherbox technology for anything?
Exactly.
Really, it's like it's
52.
Okay, well, okay, I'm sorry. But yes, I know Lucius Fox now has the Wayne fortune
and for some reason, I guess Bruce can't get it back. They're like, oh yeah, the money's under scrutiny. You can't.
You've done enough, Playboy. You haven't used your fortune for good. Like, there was a clause in his...
Well, I guess basically Bruce is kind of going into semi-retirement. Like, he's like taking a leave from Wayne Enterprises and stuff. They're gonna pay him like a somewhat generous, annual salary, but Lucius is like,
he's got enough have stashed away 10.
Doesn't he like
That
own
shouldn't be a
stock in the
problem.
company? Isn't that like the whole thing? Is that he like owns 51% of the stock in the company?
I don't know, but
Like, doesn't
Maybe
that have
they
like
stole
an
that
intrinsic-
too. Maybe Joker stole that too.
I
don't
mean,
know.
he's gonna have enough to live on now, but now he's gonna live in a brownstone in the city he owns, and then
Good thing Alfred's dead. He wouldn't be able to afford to pay him.
I know. I wonder how.
Did he ever pay Alfred? I thought Alfred worked for room and board.
Oh no, Alfred was getting paid because I know. Yeah, like
Because he likes the ladies and he likes to drink. He got to have some cash.
like right around the end of Nightfall. Like, remember he left Lilith and he came back and he was like, I have all this money, I just never had the time to spend it.
Exactly.
Okay.
But no, I mean, I get Bruce has enough to live on. I don't know. I would assume they're going to bring Alfred back soon because I think I heard Lilith. I think the whole thing was to kill Alfred off for 5G, but that's not going anywhere. So I would assume Alfred's coming back soon. But no,
they haven't killed Jarvis yet, so they're not going to kill Alfred.
Well, he's dead.
Willie Lumpkin's alive.
He's technically dead right now. So
who?
Alfred. That's what I'm saying. So they're going to have to bring him back. That's what I'm saying.
But he's been dead before.
That's what I'm saying. He's coming back
like,
eventually. Yeah. But no, I mean,
until Aunt
There's
Harriet
no Uncle Ben in the DC universe. So.
Until Aunt Harriet comes in.
Oh, good Lord.
He's dead.
Honestly, what a waste on Batwoman not to bring in Aunt Harriet. They did bring in Julia Pennyworth, even though she's a white woman. Whatever. Y'all know I'm salty about that.
Well, you kind of have to. Aunt Harriet's tied to Dick Grayson, so you can't.
I know, but it's just like because it's a woman and you don't really want like a Pennyworth, like an Alfred Pennyworth. So you could.
Yeah, no, I get that.
They've ruined Lesser. So
I know. Well, it would have been nice to have a reference to, the Flying Graysons in some way. It's like, well, my nephew.
Gotham did it.
Well, actually, what they could have brought him. They could have brought her in a really interesting way because they should have said, "Listen, I'm here to oversee my nephew's inheritance because he's missing too." I know no one cares about my nephew.
All of Bloodhaven, dang it!
Yes, it's so it could have been a cool team up, but yeah, Aunt Harriet deserves justice. That's all I'm saying.
I couldn't agree more.
Poor
Phil.
But
Aunt Harriet, like Gus
Batman
Gorman,
books.
is one of these characters that just has been. Why don't you love them, DC?
Well, no, I said.
Why won't you love your best characters or best potential characters?
But no, I was trying to say no. I'm interested to see where it goes because Lucius even tells him, he's like, you'll have like money to live on and stuff, but it's like, no more advanced AIs, no more killer satellites. It's like in the next.
Why? He has it already. Like.
Well, no. I think Joker was like trashing half the stuff when he had it, and he's like, that
was the whole point.
And Lucius is like, next time you trash the Batmobile, you're gonna have to fix it yourself.
Well, I mean, supposedly he can.
Yeah.
Supposedly.
But he's like, no more 3D printing a new one. Yeah, next time you wreck it, you're gonna have to just.
Hey, 3D printers are only like, they start at $3,000. That's doable. I'm just saying. It's doable.
Well, yeah,
he's going to have to budget. Thank goodness he has Selena because she's everyday people.
Yeah, but two, if he's living in a brownstone, I wonder what kind of, is he going to have any kind of cave or it's just going to be like a little small basement?
Oh, it's a cave underneath that brownstone. His dad built it for him. Don't worry about it. I guarantee it.
Oh, yeah, the way.
But it's got sewer access, and so the sewers are now his cave.
Killer Croc, baby! Killer Croc's back!
Every Wayne building was on the Underground Railroad.
This is Killer Croc's redemption arc.
Killer Croc and Pied Piper are back, baby. Oh, no, the Rat King.
Ratcatcher, yeah.
That's in the Suicide Squad. Just
so but they're going to be like, we're not going to fight with you bats. That's cool, man. Yeah, we knew you were Bruce Wayne the whole time too. We all knew.
Everybody knows at this point. It's embarrassing, bro.
We were just being polite. This was clearly something you were working through. We know your parents died in the alley. Okay, we know that was hard for you, man. So we were willing to let you work.
But it's about time Batman lived in the city that he so-called protects. So that's interesting.
Well, yeah.
Mm. Well, he used to have a penthouse.
In the 70s.
Well, yeah, but he never really... That's for, like, tax purposes. You know what I mean?
I would have loved it if he'd actually just gone back to the penthouse. Because then again, you also have that rooftop access.
Yeah, but he's taking up...
That penthouse is pricey.
He's going to be separated from the company, so it's like, yeah.
A brownstone is very doable, but I bet you has heated sidewalks, just like Bill Cosby.
Hey, when Dick Grayson took when Dick Grayson took over as Batman, he was living in that penthouse.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. I'm just saying it's real hard to swing from a brownstone. If you're
gonna walk to the subway.
Yeah, exactly. It's like You know, like that's how you know that he's a Jersey superhero, because nobody in New York City would be driving as their main mode of transportation.
Well, I bet he's gonna have like sewer access too, man. He's gonna be traveling by sewer.
Oh man, I hope we get like more bat boat or bat.
I was gonna say, yeah, a little bat tugboat through the.
Remember the bats? Like they had the bat skiff, the swamp boat thing, and the Super Friends.
Oh, they're gonna say Batman Returns.
No. They had a bat fan boat.
Yeah,
I want to see him running the bat fan boat down through the sewers, you know, and Killer Croc going, "Get off my sewer!"
You just know that they're going to bring those guys back. It just works too perfectly if he actually is going to use that sewer access.
Yeah.
One imagines and one hopes. You know, you can only hope for so much.
And then
Tristan's trying on his zombie Spider-Man costume now.
And then Batman and Catwoman are taking a year break.
They were on a break. So how long till he goes with
But then that Tom King series, Batman Catwoman's coming out. So, I mean, again.
It's an alternate universe. Don't try to make sense of it. Everything's timey-wimey alternate universe. Blame Dr. Manhattan and Wally West. Okay?
Are they hurting their brand, Lilith? Because it just seems like half the stuff they're putting out now is out of continuity.
No one cares. No one cares about continuity when it comes to DC, apparently.
They're hurting the brand.
Especially that no greater point than the Three Joker story does it like make your head hurt to think about.
Yeah.
Oh, did one of those come out this week?
No.
Oh, okay, I don't know.
2 issues have been out so far.
Okay, maybe it's next week the third one comes out.
Maybe. Yeah, there's only been 2 so far.
Yeah, okay. I'm not reading it, so that's fine.
Yeah, we don't blame you.
It just seems...
Nice.
It seems like there was something they wanted to do, and then it's like one of these classic, we have this big plan, and they announce a big plan, and then they never get around to doing the plan.
Well, it was lost to time and, momentum.
Well, again, Three Jokers was supposed to be 4 years ago, so it's like Charlie. It's like if they would have announced something...
That was 4 continuities ago.
Before Secret Wars, and then they put it out now. It's like...
Yeah, and you're talking about the 1980s Secret Wars, too. This is the one you've been waiting for. Now we finally get around. Oh, that's why Spider-Man had that black costume. Okay. Now it makes sense.
Now I'm sad again, and I can't drink. So on that note, we should go.
I'm sorry. We should get out of here before we make it a little sadder. Okay.
Let's get out of here before Lilith has a human emotion. Anyway. So, yeah, send your thoughts. Oh, hey, end of the year, we're going to be having 2 specials for our last 2 episodes of the year. Lilith's going to be out of town, so we're going to be pre-recording those. So, I'll announce it now. So, send your thoughts, because the week of Christmas, we're going to be doing an episode on all our favorite Christmas issues. So, send in your favorite.
Ho, ho, ho.
You're
welcome.
So everyone send in your favorite, email us, capesandlunatics@gmail.com. Send us in your favorite Christmas issues. And then, the last week of the year, we're going to be doing another movie review with our friends, Austin Powers.
Baby!
Austin Powers, like we were threatening. And, hey, did you see, I think Ray and Nick said they couldn't join us this time, but I think I got a fill-in.
Oh.
I don't know if I should say who, but...
I get so much right.
That guy.
No, shut up.
Yeah, baby. No one's going to get a chance to talk. Yeah, baby.
Feels like this will teach you. Get in on my Ghostbusters movie theories.
Charlie, I hope you don't have any thoughts on Austin Powers, because you're not going to be able to get him in. And anyway, so we're going to be doing those at the end of the year. Email us, capesandlunatics@gmail.com. Or call the voicemail 614-382-2737. That's 614-38-CAPES. And follow Capes and Lunatics and all of our various shows on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Go subscribe to the YouTube channel. You can watch this video. Some of the videos have been doing good. Lilith, our Ghost Rider thing was, did you see people were talking about it on the internet, on
that
Twitter?
Was really cool.
I know. An old 1982 Johnny Blaze story where it got most
that's how far Ghost Rider has fallen. That's all that I'm saying. I mean, we need to get back to basics.
Well, that's what I said. Those last 14 issues or so of Johnny Blaze's, 70s, 80s series, I thought were the best Ghost Rider, and people were all like,
are they still making that TV show, or no? Did that fall?
No, I think they canceled that. No, they decided to go with Hellstrom and not Ghost Rider, which is
and
weird.
Didn't that finish already? That's already done, right?
Well, it's dropped, but it's not Yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah. Maz hasn't gotten through the first episode yet. He's not feeling it, so I don't know if that's going to be our new.
Well, just keep the boys' content pumping out. That's all we really.
No. We're actually like 3 ahead on the boys right now. So
I know Phil told me, I was like, they must really like that. Talking about the boys.
Yeah, well, I'm trying to get us ahead. We usually are so far behind, and then Phil gets mad. I try to make Phil happy.
That's all we try to do around here, to be honest.
A happy Phil is a good Phil.
Oh, listen, you don't have drunken mood swings, Lilith Hellfire.
No, I just fall asleep and sometimes miss recordings. That's my thing.
That's true. All right, so
Tweaked audio, sir.
Subscribe to the YouTube, yes. Linktree, linktr.ee/capes and lunatics. And yes, support our sponsors, please. Tweaked Audio. Get yourself some Tweaked Audio headphones. Hunt-A-Killer.
Help Michelle Gray solve that case.
That's right. And use the code Southgate for both of those to get yourself a discount. And
a reusable coupon.
That's right. And then go pick up Pod Life the Book, Volume 1, now in digital and paperback. And Charlie Esser, I did listen to full stream ahead today. Rob has plans for an audiobook, so.
Oh, Maz will be pleased. Because he likes audio. He is like George Costanza. He likes the audiobooks. It's because he likes that other person's voice in his head. So
yeah, so I think he's trying to get everyone to read their own chapter too. So, but I love Charlie. Charlie has so much faith in Rob. He's like, no, Rob has no plans for an audiobook. No.
I thought we mentioned that before.
I assume Rob just sits on a big pile of money all day.
Oh.
The fools, they podcast for me and I have all this money.
Nice mustache, Charlie.
That is how I imagine Rob's life.
Just
with bling.
Flying off on his
magic
G7 jet and drinking champagne.
Oh my God, that Austin Powers review, he's going to be sitting there in a tattered bathrobe. Come on.
No, that's just because it's comfortable.
That's just a front. That's just a front.
No, I mean, come on. I mean, Hugh Hefner had millions of dollars. He never got out of his bathrobe. I imagine that Rob is basically the podcast, the Hugh Hefner of podcasting.
Don't give him ideas. Poor Martha. Wait, why did you say that name? Come on, Phil, you're slipping.
Why did you say that name?
Why did your eye drift over to my box?
Anyway, so yeah.
You gonna finish?
That's what she said. And yeah. So yeah, tweaked audio, yeah, blah, 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 Pod Life the Book. Oh, and use the link for Amazon, for Southgate Media Group. Amazon, shut up! Yes, use the link for Southgate Media Group. Help us support this show, the network, and the aforementioned, he's rich, biatch, Rob, Master Doom Southgate.
Make it rain, so says Master Doom. You're weak sauce.
Lilith.
Oh, God, I need another Dave Chappelle comedy special to get me through 2021.
Yep.
But on that note, if you guys want to hang out with me on the interwebs, you can find me on Twitter at Lilith Hellfire, on TikTok at Lilith Hellfire69, and of course, for the cool kids and the hip grandparents, on the gram at Lilith Hellfire86 or at Lilith Hellfire69. It's ting ting ting-a-lid, ting ting ting-a-lid. Gobble gobble. It's almost time.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Yeah.
Gobble gobble.
Charlie Esser.
That's Zombie Spider-Man.
Nice. Did he make that himself or did he buy it?
Oh, I'm sorry. I have full legal control over your image rights for right now. Till you're 18, kid. Sorry. I just got to give you a cut if we saw anything. That's Coogan's Law, but
Move to California, Tristan. Move to California.
Tristan, if I ever make money, you're the first in line.
Tristan, there's a new word for you. Emancipation.
I would love him to do a podcast with me, but he's like, that seems like work. I'd have to sit and talk to you. And it's like, I'll hop in on occasion, but no, I'm not going to watch a show and then talk about it with you.
Hey, do a test run. Have him join you in Mars.
Yeah,
he does. He's their PA.
Well, no, they give him a mic.
Anyway.
Come on, wrap it up, old man.
Moving right along. If you'd like to, we're doing me now?
Yes.
Is that what we're doing now? Yeah, okay. If you'd like to write to me in that old-fashioned email, there are miles and miles to do so at superconnectivityblog@gmail.com. That's superconnectivityblog, all one word, at gmail.com. And follow me on Twitter as I live tweet things, which sadly will not be Darkwing Duck's Mondays at 7 o'clock. I'm really mad. I thought that was what was going to be happening. It was just a 1 hour special. Oh. Now I'm angry! I want more Darkwing Duck. I was all set to have that be my new live tweet. Though if DuckTales is Mondays at 7, I guess maybe I'll start live tweeting DuckTales. At Charlie Esser, that's CHARLIE. ESSER. Look for the 2 E's in the middle.
For quality. Bing!
No, sadly they're not. That's the problem.
Oh my god, Wolf, I hope I got a clean drop of him saying, what are we doing, Nina?
I think you did. That's why I just... Drop gods were kind to you this week, Philip.
Oh, I know. Alright, everyone. For another week, we have been your capes.
Ampersand.
Lunatics!
Wow, look at that finely oiled machine. And then not either one of these keys out of the talking about.
Hey, does anybody have blueberries in their store? I cannot find blueberries.
Yes, Tristan has been eating a mixture of blueberry and frankenberry every day for the last week.
So not only are
Okay,
you...
I'll keep looking.
Oh, not every day.
So
Okay.
he's like a 12-year-old too, okay.
He's being a little
It's Halloween, like it's a thing. When October hits, I have like kind of a thing I like to do.
I know.
I like to drink,
Yeah.
you know.
I could not find...
Halloween-inspired beer and eat Halloween.
Lilith Hellfire on the Sugar Rush. Run for your lives!